Before I start this video, I want to quick remind everybody that once we hit 100 subs, I will make a huge 3-foot tall launch ramp that is way too big because it's 3 feet tall. And then I will probably injure myself badly on it. But anyways, if you haven't subscribed yet, you should subscribe so you will see when I make that video and so we get closer to 100 subs. So I will make that video. I will not make it until we get 100 subs though, so we have to get there first. Okay, now back to what this video is actually about. Okay, so I may have bought some more plywood to build more ramps. Bought 2 more sheets, right here and here-ish. Bought some masonite, and then I did buy some 2x4s, because how else are you gonna build a scooter ramp? I just felt like building a micro corridor for here, because this is where we actually live, and that ramp is at our lake house, and I can't use it then very often, so I decided I'll build a micro corridor here and a, oh, what's it called? Kicker ramp, I think. Yeah, that's pretty much what it's called, I think. So I guess I'll just start chopping up this wood. This is the 3/4 inch like I did with the other one. This is gonna be the sides. And one of the other things I'm gonna be doing with these 2 ramps is I'm going to build them only out of a jigsaw. Okay, I might cheat a little bit and use a miter saw, but I'll show you how to cut 2x4s with a jigsaw. Okay, I've got the side panels for the kicker ramp built, and the ramp I am building is going to be 1 foot tall, 4 feet long, and 4 feet wide. Oh, and if you're wondering why I was using a jigsaw to cut straight cuts, it's because I was trying to prove that just with this one tool, you can build a whole skate ramp. You don't need any fancy tools. I like my fancy tools, but you really don't need it. Like, you can just do it with a jigsaw. The cuts won't be as perfect. Not that my cuts are perfect. They'll be good enough for any ramp you will ever need to build. It just takes a little bit longer, but that's fine when you only need to spend $100 then. Okay, now we need to cut the, oh, what's it called again? The ribs, the 2x4s that go in the middle of the ramp. And again, I will be using a jigsaw for that. Okay, I've got 2 of the boards cut, and if I lay them down, so if I straighten out this end to be perfectly straight with each other, if we come over here, they're the exact right size, like they're flush with each other. There's a little gap right here, but that's just from warping. Meaning, cutting 2x4s with a jigsaw does work just fine. It will take you a little bit longer because it's a jigsaw and not a miter saw, but it is totally doable. But because I'm lazy, I'm gonna cut all mine with a miter saw. Okay, so my miter saw is out in my shed, which is also where all of my fish are. They're just right behind this camera, right there. I have to keep all the dust from this miter saw out of here because I don't want to get the sawdust in the aquariums. So I've got that dust collector right there, but I need to put that outside so all the dust gets vented to outdoors. Okay, I got the dust collector set up and everything, so now I just need to cut up all my 3 boards. Okay, all the boards are cut, now I just need to bring in the dust collector. That is now inside, and now I'm yellow. Okay, I got all the wood in here on the 3/4 inch sheet of plywood, and now I will be using that for my table. So now I just need to start assembling it. I forgot, before I start assembling everything, I need to cut off the ends again so they don't break off. Okay, now I can start assembling it. Okay, so I just realized that I forgot to pick up screws for this. I forgot to pick up screws for the ramp thing, and it's already pretty late, so I cannot pick up screws tonight and work on this, so I'm gonna have to continue this video tomorrow. Okay, now we are back the next day, as you can see by the bright window back there, and I did get screws. So now I can actually build this ramp behind me. Okay, the ribbing is done on this. I think it took under 30 minutes to do, because littler stuff like these things do not take too long apparently. Like, let's see, there is 7 ribs, and that took very short amounts of time. So if you don't have a whole ton of time or whatever to build something like this kicker ramp would be possible in about 3 hours, I think. Now we just need to throw on the top for this thing and the masonite, and then I do need to put some steel down at the bottom down there at some point in time. But first I need to get that steel, which is a little bit harder. Oh, and if you want a more detailed explanation on how to put in the ribs, check out the video before this on me building a quarter pipe. It shows a lot more in depth on how to put in the ribs for any sort of skate park, anything. Okay, I got the plywood on there, but as you can see, it's very, very long. So I need to cut it about right here. Just like all the other ramps, it just needs to be cut, throw some masonite on, and then I'll be done. Unless I paint it. And just like everything else, I'm gonna use a jigsaw to trim this thing down. Not because it's the best option, but because I want to show how you can build a ramp out of only a jigsaw. Okay, now that the bottom of this thing is cut right there, I had to run to paint store like Sherwin-Williams to get some primer. It is actually black, but it says it's white. Racist. Okay, that was a joke. Okay, I'm not racist. Anyways, I had to get that because I never got this. This is not pressure treated, this is just normal lumber. And I didn't really want to buy pressure treated, so what I'm gonna do instead, that I've heard that works from people that know what they're talking about, is paint it. I'm just gonna paint the whole bottom of it, and hopefully that should work instead of pressure treating it. And then I can also paint these sides because they are ugly. First I need to put primer on though, because, well, that's kind of how paint works. Okay, I got it propped up behind me. I need to start with painting the bottom. Okay, so as you can see, everything on this side has been primered, or whatever the proper term is. But on the ramp side, it has not been. I'm still putting masonite on this, but one of the things you have to do if you paint one side of something, you have to paint the other side or else it warps. So I'm painting this side. Okay, both of the sides are just painted like this because it looks better than this color right here. I like the black more, so that's what I went with. Okay, it's about an hour later, so this thing should be dry, I'm hoping. So now I just need to move it onto my table right here so we can put on the masonite. Okay, I have got it on this table. This thing's really heavy. Now I'm gonna grab that sheet of masonite right back there-ish. Yeah, right there. And throw it on top of here, and then we'll need to chop it down to size. And then we'll be done for now. Okay, I got it all screwed down. I have 2 rows of screws, one about right here, one right over there. 6 inches in from each side. Now I just need to cut this really long bottom section off. Okay, I've got it marked off right here where I need to cut it. I'm gonna try it without a guide of any sort. I'm just gonna freehand it because my guides have been failing me. They have not been guiding my saw very well. It's done! Well, mostly, I mean. Still need to eventually put coping on it, but for now it's done. Okay, I'm gonna get this thing on the ground so I can try it. Okay, it is on the ground. I do not need these anymore. So now I'm going to try it. I'm a little scared. I have very little space behind it, so I really hope I don't hit anything. Oh jeez. I need some speed for that. Nope. What was that? Okay, that thing is amazingly fun. I need to put coping at the bottom of it because you can hear it cracking. I don't know if that's a masonite or that I need a layer of plywood. So I'm gonna add another layer of plywood and add the coping. Hopefully that goes away then. So I guess that'll be it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, 100 subs and I'll build a 3-foot launch ramp. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Like it if you liked it, subscribe if you liked it. See ya.